Ever wondered what the letters UPS stood for? I thought it was United Parcel Service. But apparently, at least in my experience here recently, it's Uninterruptible Parcel Service. Because I inadvertently, my mistake, I'll admit it, put a return label on the wrong package. My neighbor had called my wife and said, "Hey, could you pick up a package from our house next door and keep it safe for us?" Well, unfortunately, at the same time, my wife also had a package that she was going to send back to a vendor. And yep, you guessed it, I put it on the neighbor's package. Ouch. So I thought, okay, this will be easy. Call up UPS and try to have them cancel the package. Well, it was still in our local distribution center here in Jacksonville, and the lady said she was going to try to call the distribution center. Well, that set off a red flag in the back of my head. I'm going, wait a minute. Why would you need to call the distribution center? You've got my tracking number. Why can't you just pull it up in the system and mark it for return? You know, apparently I am making a very big assumption about competency there. Not referring to the lady I was talking to. I know that they have a script. They're kind of pigeon-toed. Their management doesn't let them do a lot. A lot of companies are like that. Very kind of common thing. We put the low-paid people on answering the phones, first level service kind of thing, and management hides behind them. So, at any rate, so what I ended up doing was this was about 12:30, and I'm looking over my screen to read my notes, make sure I get this right. This was like 12:30 in the morning, so I was at least happy that they were taking phone calls up until 1 a.m. Eastern. And it is my impression that she was going to continue working on this or flag the package or something like that, and that they were going to contact me the next day. Well, next day comes, no email, no phone call, no nothing. So I call back again, and I start talking to a lady, and she tells me that the ticket that they opened, that I called the other night about, had not been opened as a return. It simply had been opened as a, what did they call it? Checking on a package. Okay. So just the UPS store is less than a mile away from me. Get in the car, drive to the UPS store. UPS store says, sorry, once it leaves our store, we can't touch it. You got to call the 800 number for UPS. So, okay, come back home. That's understandable. I can sort of see that. Would be nice if the local UPS store had a way to say, hey, whoop, need to retrieve this. But they don't. So, just FYI there for you. So, the next, called the lady, and she told me, so case number, already told you about that. And while I'm waiting for her to convert this, she says, well, can I call you back, or can I basically leave and come back to you, because my system is slow, and doing everything she could do to keep from converting this to I'm calling to check on the status of my package, to let's return the package. Well, from what I can tell now so far, she never had the ability to do that and didn't want to tell me that. So anyhow, she hung up on me, and the reason I know she did that was because then it rolled to a automated survey. And the question was, from 0 to 10, how likely are you to refer UPS to a friend or a family member? 0 being no way, and 10 being, oh yeah. Well, of course, I gave them a 0. And then the next question was about the representative. Well, she just hung up on me, so it was a 1 to a 5. I gave her a 1, which I normally don't do, because I know normally it's those first line people, I know they're just doing their job. So the next day, I still haven't heard from them, and I make a third phone call, and this fellow was the most helpful of all, and basically told me that there was nothing that they could do, that he was going to send a message over to their operations center, which, by the way, was off for the holidays. This is New Year's, by the way, because I shipped this thing on the 30th of December. And so today being Tuesday, the operations center should have been in, and I just got an email from them a moment ago telling me that no, nothing we can do. Your package has to be delivered where it's going to go, and that person or company has to reject it. And then also, by the way, there's going to be a $94 charge. Okay. Again, I told them up front, I'm willing to pay a charge, my mistake for shipping it to begin with, but they went appear to have gone out of their way to keep from interrupting this package if they even have the ability to do so. And I just find it really surprising that they don't, because they want money from me. Yeah, like I'm going to refer you when you do. Treat me like that. Can you imagine a company as big as UPS not having the ability to just type in a tracking number and say return to sender? That was the other thing. A couple of people started giving me a hard time about, oh, we can only do this to the sender. I'm like, I am the sender. You're not listening to me. So, all right. And then, let's see what I've got here. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I've got to wait till the 9th. And today is the, what is today? Today's the 3rd. Got to wait for the 9th for this to arrive. It just cleared customs in Canada. And yeah, so if you're thinking of shipping with UPS, my recommendation would be don't. I'm not happy with these guys. And if UPS management, if you're listening to this, I'm speechless. Are your first level support people that pigeon-toed? You don't empower them? Do you deliberately make it so that people can't stop packages because you want to charge them? Or is it just simply you haven't got around to adding the feature to your IT software to do that? It just blows my mind that doesn't appear to be available. Yeah. So, I mean, what do you do if somebody ships something that is illegal and the police call you and say, hey, we need to stop this package, Hopefully it doesn't happen much. But there's got to be some way for you to stop a package. So UPS, thank you very much for screwing me over. I'm going to try to enjoy it. Yeah, right. But certainly no business from me.